Glad to have you with us from Delaware Stadium. A late season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Roberts. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Blue Hens offense that has the first possession of the game. And here comes a guy that's going to get a lot of looks, Sean Wilson. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on the – he actually is the best.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So the FIU Panthers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And you've got to believe this defense is putting this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A 1st down for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
The Panthers will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Panthers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Fights off a defender. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7th.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. And they will score. Touchdown, FIU.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now on the counter. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right side, it's Lofton. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Silver. Enough to move the chains. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Tight end now in motion. On play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Trying to establish the run. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Catch in the middle. It's McNeil. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Back open in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. There's some daylight. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The play fake. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's take a look at the numbers for these two guys so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but really solid yardage he could on the punt return. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's looking to pass. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to pass. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. First down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida International. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Taking the field now, the Blue Hens offense, and they'll start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Blue Hens are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. 3rd and long coming up. Quick give. It's Silver. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Searching for space. And they'll get him down after the return. Hard line. Florida International comes out to start this drive. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Turns into the pile. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They go to the draw.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Turning it on! And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hens! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And the returner will be brought down. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Got a man, it's Wilson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Straight ahead, it's Silver. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls it on the option. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. The fake and wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Silver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Finds his tight end. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. The Blue Hens will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Anderson.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Going to the ground. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 35. They drag him down. Special team. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Lofton. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Looking downfield very late in the half. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Punt is on its way. Looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line. Defense will set up shop. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. They make the stop, and he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 3 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Huskers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game inside Delaware Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Looking for running room. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stone. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Panthers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Left side is Anderson. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Quick give. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
Might as well give it to him again. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play,
he'll take a shot. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's brought down. Defense comes out on top with a pick. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. And the Blue Hens will hustle to the line. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. He'll do it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out wide left, it's Lofton. Smashes through the tackle. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Drops back on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, looking for a man. Under pressure. Snags it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. He'll have enough for the first down after making that grab, but we do have a player who has not yet returned to his feet. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down. Good coverage there. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Working the ground game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, down he goes.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterbacks...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
The Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sells to fake. Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 4. He stopped. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the lone running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Right side, it's Anderson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Second down, gonna throw it. Got his man. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw. Between the hashes, it's Stone. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. did not make his way to the corner.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. He wants to throw it again. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And now the lead is extended.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The keeper on the option. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Long way to go on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down, now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll run the counter. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Back's got it on the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Blue Hens go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Silver.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella.
It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll run it. A 5-yard pickup there leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Hand it to the back. He's not going to have enough for the 1st down. Had to get it to the 35, and now a tricky 4th down decision coming. Quarterback empties his backfield. Needs it here on 4th down. Left side is Stone. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give him a little more. Streak to 5. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Roberts. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Delaware's offense takes the field to start this drive. Hits inside. It's Silver. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out wide left, it's Lofton. Just find a way to make that first tackler whiff. He's out to the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Looking for the marker. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Comes down, it's Graves.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run...
Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Blue Hens have this offense rolling. Fires to the tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Sells to run, looking to pass. Rush right in his face. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. 2nd and long here. Leaves it in his belly. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Look out! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Rush is on. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. Trying to make one miss. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. These corners going to give them some space. The ride. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? He'll keep it on 2nd down. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. The Blue Hens with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, it's Silver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 2nd down to the air. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They're all over him. Has to throw it away on 3rd down. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time he's got his man. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Wants to throw on first. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead, because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments